In nation building, the family structure is paramount. We need to have far more forums to include fathers in the process. The topic of parenting, the topic of correcting, punishing needs to be addressed. How it should be lovingly administered, never in anger, but with proper dialogue, proper explanations, not in the moment of anger. The extent to which we can go in terms of disciplining our children, because what we're experiencing is broken children who will be the parents, the mothers and fathers of tomorrow. And broken vessels, scarred vessels bring out are the effects of scarred molds. So if the mold is broken, scarred, then whatever is produced from it is going to be scarred. We want to have a series of forums on parenting and fathers getting together to understand the complexities of parenthood. In your frustration, what are the possibilities of you overreacting, misunderstanding? And there's a point I raised at a forum at Strickland Park with the Bureau of Gender Affairs. And it's the question of who should be responsible for administering discipline if it comes to flogging. A daughter misbehaves at home and daddy is there. Daddy points out to that daughter where she went wrong and makes her aware that mom will be informed of it and mom will be determining the outcome. So when mom comes home, if it warrants a spanking, then mom spanks lovingly. That child understands the value of both parents, the respect for each other's position. A father should never hit his daughter. He's training her to accept abuse if he does that. So a father at no time must physically punish a child. Let's bear that in mind. Time out, do whatever, but no hitting. Mothers do the punishing of the daughters. I brought this point up at that forum. What I pointed out was that at infant school, what we call kindergarten today, in the 70s, all we had were female teachers. Think about all these boys that are incapable of defending themselves. A female teacher beats the daylight out of them at school and they could really flog. This child absorbs this for years. Female beating him up. He goes through high school, he becomes an adult. There's a young lady in his care. And for some reason there's something that she does that threatens him. And in the subconscious, triggers, this is just something I'm food for thought, triggers something in his psyche that reminds him of his defenselessness as a child, being beaten up by a woman. And whatever she does, for some reason, just triggers that in his mind. And he responds physically. There's no justification for it. And I'm not saying that it is the case. But I asked them to do a study on the potential impact of female abuse against children, against boys, when they become adults. Think about the fact that the mother should not spank the boy, that son. The mother should say to him, wait until Daddy comes home. Daddy will deal with this matter. He regards the position of dad And so he trembles in his boots until Dad comes home. That he's going to abuse him, but he knows that he's going to get something. This is shared parenting. This is demonstrating regard for each person's role. That boy understands that mommy, when Dad flags him, he runs to mommy. And she said to him, I told you, you need to behave because that's what's going to happen. Dad is going to spank you. Likewise, the dad will be there and the daughter will run to him after mommy, paddles her. And she runs to daddy. Yeah, exactly. She's supposed to run to the male for her comfort, not to the female. So you understand, a lot of things are the effect of improper parenting. So it is something to be considered. He runs to daddy. Daddy says, I told you, you gotta be respectful because you know that mom is going to take care of things. You need to abide by the law. We can have a really beautiful world. This nation can be so beautiful. And it doesn't take a lot. It just takes a moment of thought, a level of commitment to nation building, to understand our personal responsibilities in the process. This is the voice of reason. I am Elijah Franklin J. Wallace. I'm on the shores of the Paje Beach. It's a Cabarita Island in the background. That's called Sheep Pen. It goes in the direction of Islington and Otter Bay, Portland. That's east. This heads down west. This is down by the Galena area. This is the Grace Charity. And this is heading deeper inland in the town of Port Maria itself. In the background, they have the police station. Beautiful scenery. There's so much for us to enjoy as a people. Families need to get together and enjoy this. We have projects, we have initiatives to bring families together. Will you give it a chance? Will you give this nation's development a chance? For far too long, we've been divided. It just takes love. If I could write a song so clever that the world could understand, I'd sing it for all people that exist upon the land. I'd sing it over the mountains, beneath the ocean floor. I'd take it to the valleys, to the very distant shore. If I could put the words together so that mankind would forgive, I'd surely keep on writing for as long as I could live. I'd write it on the pavements, on the thrones of kings afar. I'd take it to the planets, to the very distant star. If only I could write that song. The world is screaming desperately, its echoes touch the heart. Peace. If I could only brew that potion, it could ignite a spark of love. I pour it on all nations from the heavens high above. I take it to the palace, to the starving orphan's door. I pour it on Gibraltar, till the children weep no more. If only I could write that song. If only I could write that song. I'd sing the song of love. This is Emperor Elijah. Abeid Kazembe Moata Franklin J. Wallace.